Chapter 1, Money-Minded. Are you money-minded? Do you know what it means to be money-minded? If the answer to these questions is no, this will be the most important chapter of this book. Having a disciplined and positive money mindset and becoming money-minded will help you establish a foundation for financial success. Becoming money-minded will also help you reach your financial goals and put you on a path to financial freedom. Put simply, being money-minded means having a disciplined and positive mindset when it comes to money. With that said, to become money-minded, you may need to change the way you define or view money. The Webster's Dictionary defines money as something generally accepted as a medium of exchange, a measure of value, or a means of payment. The truth is, money is much more than a means of payment. Money can represent wealth, freedom, power, or status. Unfortunately for some, money can also represent stress, anxiety, and fear. Remember, being money-minded means having a positive mindset. If you have a negative view towards money, it will be important to work on shifting your mindset. To do this, you must first establish a positive view or definition of money. Over the years, I have found that rather than focus on money, it is better to focus on wealth. There are 5 key elements of wealth. In this chapter, we will break down the elements of wealth. Understanding each of these elements will be important in shifting your mindset and becoming money-minded. Wealth mindset. When people think of being wealthy, they often equate it to being rich. However, a person can be rich and not be wealthy. That is because being rich is simply about having a high income. The truth is, if you make $200,000 a year, but spend $250,000 a year, you might appear rich, but you certainly won't be wealthy. In fact, it doesn't matter how much money you have, if you spend more than you make, achieving wealth will be impossible. We have all seen the Instagram posts of people driving nice cars, wearing designer clothes, and taking exotic vacations. If this is your view of wealth, remember, wealth is not defined by a lifestyle. Wealth is defined by a legacy. With that said, to be money-minded, you must focus on being wealthy and never on being rich. To better understand what it means to be wealthy, we must first look at what wealth is. Simply put, wealth is abundance. However, wealth is not just an abundance of money. True wealth is having abundance in all aspects of life. That means in addition to having financial wealth, you must also have physical, spiritual, social, and time wealth. Some people are surprised to find out that there are several types of wealth. That's because in today's society, financial wealth gets all the attention. Despite this, to truly have wealth and abundance, you should work to amass all 5 types of wealth. In the end, it will only help your pursuit of financial wealth and will also help you become money-minded. Below, we will look at the 5 types of wealth. Remember, acquiring each type of wealth could require years of dedication and practice. Nonetheless, wealth is not defined by a lifestyle, wealth is defined by a legacy. The pursuit of wealth should be seen as a lifelong process that doesn't end but only grows. Financial wealth. The most popular and recognizable form of wealth is financial wealth. Generally, when people say someone is wealthy, they are referring to their financial wealth. Remember, don't confuse financial wealth with being rich. That is because financial wealth is less about how much money you have and more about how much money you owe. With that said, the most common measure of financial wealth is net worth. Net worth is the value of all assets, minus the total of all liabilities. Put simply, imagine having to sell everything you own and pay back everything you owe. Whatever money is left over would be considered your net worth. With that in mind, the goal of financial wealth is to maintain and grow a positive net worth. To do this, it is important to live within your means and always invest. Don't go broke trying to look rich or get stuck between needing to save money and the mindset of you only live once. This means you can't save what is left after spending, you must spend what is left after saving. The truth is, growing financial wealth is not about how much money you make, but more about how much money you keep. If you can stay on budget, remain disciplined in your savings, and create a plan for investment, you will begin building a strong financial foundation. Remember, money will match your mindset. If you want to become money-minded, it is important to amass all 5 types of wealth. It is unfortunate, but most people assume financial wealth will create happiness. We live in a culture of get rich or die trying and a mindset of it's all about the money. On the flip side, I'm sure you have also heard the sayings money can't buy happiness and more money, more problems. The fact is there is some truth to all these sayings. Science has proven that money can create happiness, but only up to a point. This means once a person's basic needs of food, shelter, and security are met, an increase in money will have less of an effect on happiness. For example, imagine you are hungry. Your appetite for food would be high. However, after you eat and are full, your appetite would decrease, and if you eat too much, it might make you sick. Money can work in the same way. That is why it is important to focus on all forms of wealth. Now, I'm sure this will be different for everyone and may depend on your culture or how you were raised. With that said, the important thing to remember is always be careful and cautious of what you are willing to sacrifice for financial wealth. Sacrificing your peace of mind, health, and even your freedom may seem like a means to an end, but could ultimately result in a major loss. So, if happiness is your goal, focus on financial freedom and creating a lifestyle where you never have to worry about money again. Physical wealth. Financial wealth may be the most popular form of wealth, but physical wealth is easily the most important. Put simply, physical wealth is all about your health. I'm sure you have heard the saying health is wealth, and the truth is health is the greatest wealth. That is because, without physical wealth, obtaining or enjoying the other forms of wealth is impossible. Benjamin Franklin once said, "Early to bed, early to rise, makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise." So, if you really want to be all about the Benjamins, it is important to invest in your health. Do not let illness make you realize the importance of your health. It is also important not to sacrifice your health for your lifestyle. Work to build habits that will support your health and grow physical wealth. This means incorporating exercise, nutrition, and rest in your daily routine. Remember, it's never too late to start investing in your health, and putting it off will only cost you in the future. So do something today that your future self will thank you for. After all, what good is having money if you don't have the health to enjoy it? Spiritual wealth. Becoming money-minded and shifting to a wealth mindset can be difficult at first. Today's world of social media and instant gratification has helped shape a culture of materialism and social comparison. With that said, now more than ever, it is important to build a strong foundation of spiritual wealth. The essence of spiritual wealth is rooted in the mind and spirit. Spiritual wealth can come in the form of mental health, education, or religion. Activities such as reading, therapy, meditation, and prayer can all help to grow your spiritual wealth. With an abundance of spiritual wealth, you will greatly improve your quality of life. You will also improve your ability to overcome stress, anxiety, and other challenges life may bring. So, with that said, if you are feeling pessimistic about life, take time to show gratitude for the good. If you are uneducated about something, dedicate time to learn. Take actions to improve your mental health and use that to create awareness of oneself. See, the best thing about spiritual wealth is it comes from within. It does not cost you anything to grow it, but the return on investment is priceless. All you need is time and someplace quiet to relax and think. Time wealth. Time is the most valuable asset you have. We have all heard the saying time is money, and in many cases this is true. Think about working a 9 to 5. You are trading your 40 hours of time for a specific amount of money. When we talk, we say we spend time or we spend money. Vice versa, we say we save time or we save money. You can start to see how time and money are correlated. The difference is you can get more money, but you can't get more time. That is why when you are young, you are rich with time. However, as you get older, you will realize time is something you can never get back. The truth is, time is priceless, and it is the ultimate currency. With that said, time wealth is about the appreciation of time and the creation of freedom. Most importantly, the freedom to control how, when, where, and with who you spend your time. In today's society, creating time wealth can be challenging. The pursuit of financial wealth can create a constant cycle of trading time for money. For this reason, the best way to increase time wealth is to become financially free. The goal of financial freedom is to create a lifestyle that does not require trading time for money. Unfortunately, creating this type of lifestyle is often easier said than done. That is why obtaining financial freedom will require discipline and sacrifice. It will also force you to prioritize what is important in your life. Remember, there are only 24 hours in a day, and true time wealth means benefiting from every one of them. To do this, you will need to find ways to make money even when you sleep. One way to do this is with passive income. Passive income is a major key to financial freedom and creating time wealth. Passive income is money that you earn automatically or with little effort. Some examples of passive income include rental income, interest income, or investment income. Learn to use passive income as a tool to grow your time wealth. Another important key to increasing time wealth is also one of the simplest. You must stop wasting time. Like we said earlier, time is your most valuable asset. Unfortunately, procrastination is the thief of time. In a world of constant distraction, you must pay attention to how you spend your time. It is important to set goals and make them a priority in your life. Practice discipline and do your best to minimize non-productive activities like social media, video games, and TV. I would also recommend waking up early. Research has shown that waking up early can reduce stress and improve your productivity. The key to time wealth will be rooted in your daily routine. Remember, time wasted is life wasted. Social wealth. There is a quote that says, "The real value of your wealth is how much you'd be worth if you lost all your money." When I hear this quote, I immediately think about social wealth. That is because social wealth is not about your net worth, it is about your network. Social wealth is about your family, your friends, your colleagues, and your community. It is rooted in the quality of your relationships, the strength of your connections, and the time you have invested in others. The more positive social connections you have, the greater your social wealth. However, the more negative social connections you have, the greater your social debt. To get the total value of your social wealth, simply add the value of your positive relationships and subtract the value of your negative ones. Remember, no one is perfect, and you may experience positive and negative interactions with people. However, when assessing social wealth, the goal is for the good to outweigh the bad. Invest your time into people who are positive and supportive, and remove yourself from people who are dishonest and negative. That means you may have to let go of old friends and old ways. Regardless, focus on the strength of your relationships and not the length of your relationships. It is better to walk alone than with a crowd going in the wrong direction. The people you surround yourself with will ultimately determine the growth of your social wealth. The saying, "Birds of a feather flock together," couldn't be more true. If you hang around 4 broke people, you are destined to be the 5th. With that said, if you hang around 5 millionaires, it won't be long before you are the 6th. Grow your social wealth and align yourself with people who have similar goals. With an abundance of social wealth, you will live confidently and improve your quality of life. So, join a community, create a network, spend quality time with friends and family, and seek out positive influences and mentors. Always remember, your social wealth will not be about what you gain, but what you give. 5 steps to become money-minded. Number 1. Focus on wealth. The key to becoming money-minded is to create a positive money mindset. With that said, the key to creating a positive money mindset is to focus on wealth. That means expanding your view of wealth to include not just financial wealth, but all forms of wealth. As we discussed earlier, there are 5 forms of wealth. These include financial, physical, spiritual, social, and time wealth. Each of these are equally important and will help shape your mindset. Work to create an abundance of all forms of wealth. This means if you are out of shape, add exercise and nutrition to your daily routine. If your spirits are low, try reading, therapy, and prayer. If you can't find time to work on your goals, try cutting out social media, video games, and TV. Ultimately, these activities will help to improve your quality of life and lay the foundation for becoming money-minded. Number 2. Set goals. Life is full of distractions. When you consider family, friends, work, and school, it can be hard to prioritize what really matters. For this reason, setting realistic goals will be key to becoming money-minded. Goals will help you focus and force you to identify what's most important. Working toward a goal that's important to you will give you the motivation to reach it. Setting goals is also a way to hold yourself accountable and measure your progress. If you have a big goal, try to break it down into the smaller steps. As you accomplish each step, celebrate your achievements and reward yourself. A little progress each day can add up to big results. Remember, success in life is achieved by setting goals, taking action, and refusing to give up. If your plan isn't working, change your plan, but don't change your goal. In the end, what you will become in pursuit of your goals will far outweigh the goals themselves. Number 3. Practice discipline and patience. In today's world of social media and instant gratification, patience and discipline are vital to becoming money-minded and shifting to a wealth mindset. In the section above, we discussed the importance of setting goals. That said, patience and discipline are key to reaching your goals and will act as a bridge between your goals and accomplishments. Remember, life is a marathon, not a sprint. Success only happens over time and rarely overnight. Learn to use patience and discipline in place of motivation. That means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. You will soon see that discipline will lead to habits, habits will lead to consistency, and consistency will lead to growth. For proof of this concept, try using the 21-90 rule. The 21-90 rule says that doing something for 21 days straight will create a habit, and doing it for 90 days will create a lifestyle. Whether the goal is working out, saving money, or studying for an exam, use the 21-90 rule to help strengthen your patience and discipline. Number 4. Focus, forgive, forget. Learning to focus, forgive, and forget will be important in developing a money mindset. First, when we say focus, we mainly mean focusing on yourself. Again, social media has created a space for people to display their highlights. Unfortunately, they rarely show the behind the scenes. Do not get in the habit of comparing yourself to others, or as the saying goes, keeping up with the Joneses. Focus on your own path, or risk getting lost following someone else's. Second, you must learn to forgive and forget. That means forgive yourself for past mistakes and forgive others for theirs. For example, maybe you were financially irresponsible in the past. Or maybe you co-signed a loan for a family member who ended up defaulting and hurting your credit score. Regardless of what it was, you must learn to forgive, forget, and move on. We all make mistakes in life, but holding ourselves hostage to these mistakes will ultimately prevent us from growing and moving forward. With that said, forget the mistake, but never forget what it taught you. Some of the most valuable lessons in life, especially financial, are learned by our mistakes and not our triumphs. Number 5. Practice gratitude. One of the most important concepts to master in your journey to becoming money-minded is the practice of gratitude. Gratitude is the expression of thankfulness and appreciation. It is about being grateful for where you are and what you have in life, no matter how high or how low you may perceive yourself. There is an old saying that says, when you start counting your blessings will start to count. This saying represents the essence of gratitude and is why gratitude is the foundation for all abundance. So, enjoy the little things in life, because one day you will realize they were the big things. Cultivate a habit of being grateful, and remember, every good thing that comes to you should be returned with thanks. Practicing gratitude is magnetic, and the more gratitude you show, the more your abundance will grow.